My friend works in a consumer goods company specializing in promotions. Once, she organized an event where customers could exchange points for a chance to smash golden eggs and win prizes. Among the 10 golden eggs, one contained the latest Bluetooth headphones. Despite attracting some participants, the turnout was less than expected. With a limited budget and an inability to increase prizes, she needed to maintain the same winning ratio to attract more customers. What to do? To address this "what to do" question, we must first understand the essence of the problem. The core issue is how to make the same probability appear larger in the minds of customers. To achieve this, we delve into the concept of ratio bias. Concept of ratio bias. As previously discussed, users tend to find a 20-item discounted by $10 more attractive than a $300 item discounted by $30. Although the latter is a more significant actual discount, the former appears more enticing as it represents a 50% reduction compared to the 10% discount of the latter. This psychological phenomenon, where a 50% reduction seems more significant than a 10% reduction, is known as ratio bias. Moving from foundational knowledge to practical application, we need a deeper understanding of the various nuances of this psychological phenomenon and its practical implications in business. Consider this scenario: 2 boxes, one small, with 20 cookies, including 1 chocolate cookie, and the other larger with 200 cookies, including 10 chocolate cookies. If you want a chocolate cookie, from which box would you choose? Congratulations! Like most people, you exhibit ratio bias. Although both boxes offer a 20th probability of obtaining a chocolate cookie, the perceived probability seems greater when choosing from the larger box. This demonstration of choosing 10 200ths over a 20th, even when the actual probability is the same, exemplifies another facet of ratio bias. It is an explicit bias where 50% appears more favorable than 10%, and an implicit bias where 10 200ths seems more significant than a 20th. To explore this implicit bias further, Deans Raj and Epstein conducted an extreme experiment in 1994. Transparent containers held red and white beads, with containers having fewer beads having a 10% red bead ratio, and those with more beads having a 5:9 red bead ratio. Participants were asked to choose a container to win a prize for picking a red bead. Which container would you choose? Surprisingly, 82% of participants chose the container with more beads, even though the actual probability of winning was lower. This behavior, driven by implicit ratio bias, reveals how individuals, under the influence of this bias, may disregard lower ratios in favor of containers with more items. This irrational preference for larger containers and quantities highlights the intriguing aspects of ratio bias. So, what should my friend do? She could increase the number of golden eggs from 10 to 100 and the Bluetooth headphones from 1 to 10. This means that the winning probability changes from a 10th to 10 100ths. Wow! Now there are 10 chances out of 100 to win. Alternatively, she could keep 1 headphone and 100 golden eggs, but allow users to smash 10 times. While the winning probability remains a 10th, it transforms into 10 100ths. The joy of participating 10 times creates an additional layer of excitement. Application. How can this versatile ratio bias psychology address other what-to-do problems in the business world? As a doctor, I want people to understand that a prevalent disease has a prevalence rate of 1.35%. How to make it seem more severe? You can use the implicit aspect of ratio bias by modifying the expression of a 1.35% prevalence rate to 13.5, or 1 in 1,035, emphasizing the actual severity of the ratio. As an e-commerce seller of DSLR cameras, how do I make users feel that my cameras are a great value? You can leverage the explicit aspect of ratio bias by offering promotions like buy 1, get 3, buy 1, get 6, or even buy 1, get 25. Buying one DSLR camera and receiving 25 accessories, such as lens cloths, UV filters, camera bags, SD cards, and card readers, creates a perceived value that is 25 times greater, generating a significant sense of worth for the users. Key takeaways. In conclusion, explicit ratio bias is the perception that a 50% discount is more appealing than a 10% discount, and that buy one, get 25 is more cost-effective than buy one, get 3. On the other hand, implicit ratio bias is the tendency to choose 10 200ths over a 20th, or 13.5 over 1/35, despite similar actual probabilities. Humans, unlike machines, often confuse relative sizes with actual sizes. Are you one of the rare individuals who can see through these biases?